Welcome back to Pre-Algebra Chapter 6, Section 4 in this book. We're talking about geometry ideas, similar and congruent figures. If things are similar, they're the same shape but a different size. So like, I have a cube right here. If I had a bigger or smaller cube than this cube, they would be similar. They'd both be cubes, but they wouldn't be the same size. If you have congruent figures, they're the same shape and size. The symbol for similar is that. It's like a little curvy line, kind of like the tilde in Spanish. If it is congruent, it is not that. That's approximately equal to. I've been teaching too long today. It is this, and equals with the little tilde thing on top. So if you have, we're going to talk more about congruent over here. But now, going on down here, we're going to talk about similar. Same shape, different size. If they are similar figures, say we've got, we'll draw two similar triangles. Then we'll draw two little triangles, a little one and a bigger one. Then their corresponding angles are equal. They are congruent. Their corresponding angles are the same. What makes them different is the size of the lines, not the angles. The ratio of the corresponding sides are equal. The sides are not equal, but if you make a ratio out of them, and that's what has to do with what we've been learning, that is equal. For example, here I have a little triangle and a big triangle. They're both right triangles, meaning this angle is 90 degrees. The little one has a side 4, that's 4, one that measures 3 and one that measures 5 in length. The big one's lengths are 8, 6, and 10. The ones that have the little, they kind of look like a 7, but it's a little square symbol, which means they're 90 degrees. Those are the same, they're both 90 degrees. We talked about measuring angles last time. These two are the same measurement as each other, and these two are the same measurement as each other, but they're not the same as those. And so how you show that these two are the same as one red swish, these two are the same, 2 red swishes, they match. So the corresponding angles are equal, we saw that, and the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal. So if you look at it, the biggest side is 5. We go find the biggest one on this one, it's 10. If you do 5 divided by 10 and you reduce it, it equals 1/2. Okay, now let's look at the littlest one. The littlest one of the little one is 3, the big one is 6. On each one, I need to put the little on top and the big on bottom. 3 divided by 6 is 1/2. And the middle size is 4 to 8. 4 to 8, and if I reduce that, 1/2. All the same, so these two triangles are similar. The other thing is a lot of times they'll have you name the corresponding angles. So which angles match? So let's do that. So if we look at it, angle A and D are both 90 degrees. So angle A is congruent to angle D. Remember, angles are the same. Sides have the same fraction once they're reduced. Okay, and now these two match. So angle B is congruent to angle E, and then these match. Angle C is congruent to angle F. So they want us to name the corresponding angles. We can also name the corresponding sides. The smallest side is line AC on this one. And on that one, the smallest side is DF. Now these are not equal though. They just correspond with each other. So you can do that and figure out the corresponding. Okay, so now if things are congruent, they're the same shape and size. Oh, we should do this one first. Yeah, never mind. We're not talking about that yet. We're still talking about similar. Okay, here I have two similar figures. They are oriented different. This one's little and that one's big, and they want us to find the ratio. The ratio is also called the scale factor. You might have seen that like on a map, like, you find the scale, how many miles in inches, it's like that. So what you do is you figure out two sides that correspond, and they use the sides of it, 8 and 12. 8 is to 12 as you reduce it, 2 is to 3. Now they didn't have to do that. If they had just found the two smallest ones, it was already 2 to 3. Alright, now we can talk about congruent. Same size and shape. So here I have two congruent figures, but you can't tell because my drawing is terrible, and they're turned differently. So what they want us to do is they're telling us that these two figures are congruent. And the order of the letters tell us which ones match. So this is A, B, C, D. It corresponds with W, X, Y, Z. That means A and W, because they're both first, they are equal to each other. So I can know that W is also 105 degrees. Okay? The next one is C is 80. So I go to the third one over here, it's Y, I know it's 80. Over here, between A and D is 12. A and D are on the ends. So I know between W and Z is also 12. Here, I know between Y and Z is 16. Y and Z are the last two. C and D are the last two. So I know CD is also 16. It doesn't matter how it looks. What they gave us, telling us that those are congruent, lets us know which ones match. One time, a long time ago, I had this kid who missed somehow me saying that they're in order of what matches. And he was like, but Miss Blackburn, I'm getting them all wrong. I'm like, how are you getting them all wrong? He thought you put them in ABC order. So it's by what is matching, not alphabetical order. All right? So you will get a whole lot more of this in geometry in 10th grade or whenever you take it. But we're just getting a little taste of it now. All right? Math is great.